Can you hear me now? Should be able to hear me. Let's see how long this takes to set itself up. You can hear me. Just to be clear, you can hear me. Because if you can't, I'll scream. Yeah, I know you're watching how long this takes to set itself up. Yay! Can hear it. Right. Let me remove this off the screen. Just to be clear, you can hear me. Yay! Right. Hey! After 10 minutes of absolutely messing about and getting things up and running and sorted. It's been quite a couple of days. Well, the last 24 hours, I've been so annoyed because obviously everything kept on messing up. None of the feed wasn't working properly. To find out that it was actually the internet connection that was messing about. It was just one thing after another, after another, after another, after another. So I'm glad it's now working and we are back to how things should really be. So I do apologize. So basically what I'm going to do is what I was supposed to do yesterday, I'm going to sort of more or less do today. So it's all up and running. So let's start the day with obviously some TV and film. Let me just rest my phone so I can see all your things. The mic sounds weird. Well, do you know what? It's just the way it's got to be honest. I'm not in my own home, so I don't have my normal boom microphone. So, you know, it's just the way it is. I'm just going to put these over my head. Because believe it or not, I'm using my Bose headphones, my wireless headphones, as a microphone. Now that is, yeah, we're not even going to go there. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. I can't be bothered to run up the stairs. And now it's clear up. That's because I put it around my thingy. That's why. It's okay. Glad you can hear me properly now. So, yeah, like I was saying, guys, sorry for all of the technical difficulties. I'm sorry that things have not gone the way how it's supposed to go. I'm not even using my laptop. I'm now using the PC. My laptop is beside me here where I can see all the streams, data and bit per second, etc., etc. I've got my iPad here and my phone's there where I can see everyone's comments and everyone telling me now it's clear. So let's start off with TV and film. So I just remembered I'm going to have to update every single page. So that's why the microphone cut, because at the moment it's set to default. So from the start of Little Britain. Okay. So Sorry, I'm seeing all your comments coming up now saying no sound, no sound, no sound. We can't hear you. The sound is back on. The sound is back on. But yeah, when I go on to the next page, I won't say anything for a couple of seconds just while I update the new microphone. I have to do that with every single page now just to make sure that you can hear me. So I'll start again. Little Britain has been announced that it is making its return. David Walliams announced it the other day. We don't know when filming is due to take place, but this sounds like it's going to be quite exciting. Mac Lucas is also obviously going to be a part of it. So that should be quite fun. Funny, fun. So what I'm doing in the background whilst this is actually on, I'm actually just updating all of the microphones. So when it does come to me going on to the next segment, which I'll be doing in just a second, it's, working as fine. So yeah, David Walliams announced, I think 2 days ago, that it was going to be coming back. So happy days on there. But I'm pretty sure him and Matt Lucas fell out. So that should be quite interesting to see. I don't know if you guys know more information on that. But yeah, to my knowledge, they fell out. So quite excited to see that they will be bringing back Little Britain and all of its characters. So yeah, that should be fun. So let's move on to this. Gremlins, Secret of Mogwai. So for any 80s, 70s, 60s babies, some even down to the 90s, will obviously know the films Gremlins. For some of your millennials. Obviously, Lewis, inbox me after the show. I'll give you all the information about all the tech stuff, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I know you messaged me yesterday, but I just went to sleep because I was peed off. So yeah, I'll let you know all of that. So yeah, Gremlin Secrets of Mogwai, they've announced that they're going to do a reboot, but they're not going to be doing a film. It is going to be a like a Netflix series. Don't know if it's Netflix that are doing it, but they are going to be doing like more of a series kind of thing. So it'll be like a half an hour to 40-minute show episode per day or maybe per week. And that will obviously give you information. I will keep you up to date on information on this because I'm quite excited for it. I love the Gremlins. I've been tortured by the Gremlins, to be quite honest with you. As a kid, I think I used to look like fucking Mogwai, but let's not go into that. Obviously, I've got big eyes, so yeah. Anyway, yeah, so it should be good because Gremlins was an amazing. Both of the films were really, really good. I personally love the second one. Second one was the best one for me, the one that was more in the city. It's going to be a proper series. I don't think it's going to be a cartoon. So that should be quite interesting. But again, I'll put it down on my little research book and keep you up to date. Now, moving on, a bit of a Netflix. So, obviously, The Crown season 3 is already on Netflix. Well, 1 to 3 is already on Netflix streaming. Season 4 is coming up to its end of filming, which seems to be really, really cool. Now, I'll just get my information here because I've got a ton of information on this because there's been so much hype and so much talk about Series 4, simply for the fact that, it's introducing Princess Diana, and it will also have, obviously, Margaret Thatcher. Now, I'll start off with Emma Corrin, who is this lady right here. She is going to be playing Princess Diana, and the big talk about her is that she resembles her so much. And I kind of agree. She really, really does look like her. I mean, I don't know if you can see this picture here. This is from a news report. It's kind of uncanny how much they look alike. So it'll be really nice and really good to see her, portrayal of Princess Diana, seeing how that goes down. Now, obviously, we've got other actresses and actors doing other parts. Like, obviously, you've got oops, wrong one. Obviously, you've got what's her name playing Margaret Thatcher, which should be quite interesting. To be quite honest, I thought they should have just got Bagger. Bagger would have been brilliant for it. So that's going to be quite interesting to see. Now, from what I've been reading on Netflix, because I've got this access to this site, which gives me a bit more information on upcoming things, releases, things that are in the pipeline. So yes, Lewis, I just see your comment. I can do a section on upcoming films. But at the moment, the stuff that seems to be coming out seems to be reboots, which I'm not really too, for fuck's sake, I'm not really too fussed about, because I think we don't need more reboots. We kind of need, some original stuff that's coming out. But it seems to be like it's all the Marvel comic book stuffs that are being, redone, re-released, retiled, whatever. So, but yeah, I'll keep an eye out and see what one can do. Now, next, we shall go on to this. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Now, Bag of Chips and Vivian. They obviously have the show on the World of Wonder. Now, I think you can watch this on YouTube. Now, I personally don't like the makeup on if you look to that picture up there, I don't like how they look compared to how they did it in Drag Race. I just think that just seems a bit too much, but each to their own. I think what they're doing is really funny. I've watched a few clips, I've watched a few episodes. They've just finished doing the last one of the season, which is fun. I'd like to see more. It would have been really funny if they got like what's her name? RuPaul's Drag Race, the one that did Melania in Snatch Game, Aquaria. I really think that they should brought Aquaria in it as Melania to come in. That could have been really quite funny. Maybe Monique Hart come in as Maxine Waters and have a debate. Just throwing some ideas out there. That's I think they could have done that. So maybe if season 2, Vivian Bagger, if you're watching, or David, partner, I know you're on my Facebook. If you are watching, throw a suggestion here or there. You never know. But also, did anyone watch Bag of Chips and Vivian on the roast battle, UK roast battle? Oh my god, I could not stop laughing. That was really, really good. And Vivian can roast, like she's from Liverpool. Liverpudlians, you've got sharp tongues, very, very sharp tongues. So that was really, really, really good. And I thought it was brilliant that they got to show their talents a bit more. Because I do think the UK needs to obviously have a bit more representation within the drag world, within a lot of things, really. We just need a bit more things. We need more. Give us more. But I'm excited to see, obviously, the new queens that are going to go on to RuPaul's Drag Race season 2 for the UK. That should be quite interesting. Hopefully, they'll get like it into, maybe do it in Heaven Nightclub, the final. Obviously, big stage, big platform to do it in. Open to the public to go and see. I think for themselves, which I think they should do. But yeah, we shall see. We shall see. So we're coming up to the section, which is obviously me now talking about real life events. Obviously, like I said, guys, this is stuff from yesterday. So the news is a little bit behind. Do you know what I mean? I'm a little bit behind in the news, just a little bit, just a tiny little bit behind on the news. But yes, speaking of the news, obviously a lot has happened over the last 48 hours. There's been obviously major updates to do with the coronavirus, which they are sort of saying could possibly be hitting the UK within the next couple of days. It's very, very serious. Not something to really be joke about. People keep on making references to Ebola and this disease, which I don't find funny at all, because at the end of the day, if one of your parents, one of your friends, one of your family, whoever it may be, was to get this, you wouldn't be happy. So it's not funny to make a joke out of it. Now, there are already cases of this popping up in Australia, in Hong Kong, in Mexico, USA, Korea, Japan. Obviously, this has come from China. 471 cases and 17 deaths. I think there's a lot more now, but it's a real thing. It is more than likely going to hit the UK. So they have said, obviously, if you believe you're having any of these symptoms down here, to obviously speak to your GP. So don't ignore it, guys. Don't be ignorant to the world's problems. Don't be ignorant to things like this. Make sure that you're keeping safe. Make sure you're looking after yourselves. And if you do feel sick, just go and get checked out, because at the end of the day, you won't be fine. You don't want to be like that. Now, let's go on to something where I am now literally going to just scream and shout. Forgot to put the microphone on this page, so that's why I was like that. So, we need to get this man off of TV. We really, really need to get this man off of the TV. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of the things that he says and some of the things that he does can be classed as funny. But what I don't find funny is the fact that Good Morning Britain, ITV, you're allowing this man to get away with murder. And it's not fair. Because if the shoe was on the other foot and it was a man of color doing it, you'd probably kick him off. If it was somebody else, you would probably kick him off. I don't care if he's outspoken and says it how it is. That doesn't mean that he should be there. Give him his own show, preferably at 1:30 in the morning where people are sleeping. But I personally think Piers Morgan needs to be taken off of the air. I don't want to wake up in the morning and see this man mimicking Chinese people, not letting people of color have their say on racism because he doesn't believe it's racism. Well, no, Piers, you won't believe it's racism because you don't know what racism feels like. Point blank, period. You don't. And John Barnes is absolutely right. Absolutely right. He has basically said, I'll just bring up the report here. John Barnes has claimed Piers Morgan and Good Morning Britain are not concerned with the fight against racism. The footballer called out Piers on Tuesday following the ITV host mimicking the Chinese language. We're discussing Peter Phillips' ad for the state-run diary in China, a moment which was received nearly 300 Ofcom complaints. Why are we allowing this man to stay on TV? Please, somebody that does like him, defend him right now. Defend him, because I believe, yeah, that we need to start pulling up one of them, those petition things where you petition to get people kicked off the air or petition to remove things. We need to get this man off the TV because he's not interested in how, on racism, because he believes there is no racism. He believes just because he's a part of the media are not racist. They're not doing this, they're not doing that. And it even goes down to his what he classed as his personal opinion, his views on Meghan Markle. Now, I'm not Britain is supposed to be there to educate people, let people know about the news. And it seems to me that this guy is allowed to have personal vendettas. This guy is allowed to say exactly what he wants and how he wants it. No, nah, mate. You've pronounced people's names wrong. Now, I'm not being funny. As someone that is supposed to be a journalist, someone that's part of the media, how the hell do you get someone's name wrong, for one? Yeah. You're not supposed to be biased. So the way that you're treating Meghan Markle is absolutely ridiculous. Just because she didn't probably want to go out for a drink with you, that's why you're acting like that, because you're a sour old man. I simply think he needs to be removed off of the airwaves on TV. It is not nice. Sorry, no, about he doesn't believe that the media is racist. He doesn't believe that, the UK is a racist country. Oh, try no, it's a racist country. It's a very racist country. And I'm not just talking about for black people. Please don't get me twisted. There is racism it's massive. Yeah, it could be black, it could be to do with color, it could be to do with religion. Yeah, that's just the way it is. But we'll talk about racism another time because obviously that could take at least 20 minutes, half an hour to talk about. So yes, sorry, I keep on flicking backwards and forwards on the pages. So yeah, so this is yesterday's show, basically, which is kind of crazy. So I do apologize that, obviously, yeah, I couldn't do this properly yesterday. That was literally because of all the crises. I was about to swear them, but I just remembered that I am still broadcasting on YouTube as well. I don't want them to shut me down. So yeah, this was everything that was basically supposed to bring up on yesterday's Spill the Tea. Now, going forward with this, I am going to continue with it, but there are going to be a lot of changes to how it's done. I have been, well, they've been in contact with me, a few studios, things that want to include me in some other things, other campaigns. Like in a few weeks' time, there's going to be a massive section, so there won't be a TV and film, and there won't be so much of a news report, but there's going to be a big section on world issues. So it's going to be a whole week. We're going to take each day and cover something different. So we've got one day where we'll be talking about trans issues within the gay community, and obviously not the gay community. We've got another big section on racism and religion, and how people may get both of them mixed up, and all the problems that are happening with the UK and abroad. We've got a section on HIV and beating the stigma. We've got another section on the gay fetish world, so and that, and pride, which obviously is a big one because we will be starting Pride season very, very soon. I believe people are starting to get themselves ready for Gran Canaria, which to this day, I've never been. That's right, I have never been to Gran Canaria Pride. Can you believe it? I'm probably one of the only gays that I know that I've just not been. Why? better things to do, really. No, I'm saying that you ain't got better things to do in your life, but for me personally, I've got better things to do than sit on the beach with loads of gay people that I could probably see down the road. I'd rather go somewhere else. I'd rather go to, Las Vegas Pride. Oh, yeah, that would be fun. I do want to try Tel Aviv. If anyone's been to like a different Pride that is not Gran Canaria, Brighton, London, Manchester, Birmingham, Newcastle, Glasgow, or the norm, please let me know. Let me know what it's like. Give me some suggestions, some out of the box suggestions for Pride, because I would love to. I will take this show with me to Pride. That would be fun. Can you imagine that? So yeah, again, sorry about all the tech issues. Like I said, I am not at home, so I don't have my original setup with my, microphone and cameras and everything. But because can be choosers, you've got to just go with it. If you're performing at Pride, yeah, let me know. Give me some info. What Pride you're doing? Like I said, if it's the norm, like if it's London, Manchester, Gran Canaria, Brighton, etc., I'll promote it. But I don't think it needs to be because they're already out there, they're already known. So that's good. But yeah, let me know where you're performing and all that. Send me some stuff. I'll put you on here. I've got a few people that are going to be a part of the show. Is it next week? The week after? There's going to be two of us doing the show. Where it'll be me and Scott, which is going to be funny. That will be on. First one will be Thursday, the 8th of February, and Friday, the 9th. I might be having my days wrong, but if not, yeah. That'll be funny. I've also got other people, like I said, to do with the section on trans issues and HIV beating the stigma. I've got some people joining in with that, so that's also going to be good. And if you want to be a part of it, all you got to do is send me a message. But I'm going to go now and eat a whole box of milk tray that I left at my mum's from Christmas. And now it's time. Yeah, Lewis, if you want to do the show with me, I'm happy for you to come and join and do the show. Hey, Bobby, who's just logged on. I think you should come and do the show as well with me. That would be funny, but oh, ouch! Just hurt my chest. Oh, it's just strawberry temptation. It's just the best one. It's like an orgasm in the mouth. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, Bobby. Oh, child. Woo! Where's the orange truffle? Where the orange truffle at? Wow. Yes. Jealous. Would you like some decadent chocolate? I'm making you jealous. Milk tray. Nice. Decadent chocolate. I'm such an idiot. I was going to end the show, but I think I might just stay on and just chat absolute crap. For people that are watching, the show's done, but I'm just here. I'm here. What's going on with the weather lately? Like, wasn't it this time last year that things started to warm up? Like, didn't we have? Oh, I need to go back for this strawberry one, man. Damn. decadent hot in vibrations. mm, mm. Not even a joke thing, huh? I've not even put on clothes properly. I'm still in my underwear and they're riding me right now. Nah. And I'm not joking, I'm not even trying to cause attention to myself, but woo! Yeah. More cold? More colder than it really is. See, I love living in Manchester, even though I'm in London right now, that's why with the family and all that, but that's the only thing I hate about living in Manchester is that it is freezing. It is absolutely freezing. But yeah, I know Lewis was asking me about the program that I use. So this program with all the different layouts and different formats is done by a program called Lightstream. So I'll get it up on the iPad and then see if it will allow me to South London. I'm in South London. I'm in the outskirts of Croydon, mate. You know what I mean? Why am I speaking like I'm from East London? The chocolate's got to my head or something because I'm pretty sure that was a very much an East London thing I was doing. South London's like, yeah, what's going on, bruv? What's going on? You cool, yeah? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. What's going on, bruv? So at the moment, look, it even says you are live. So this is like a Christ. So you see, I had all my formats up a moment ago throughout the whole show. This is how I can control it. So if I had panties on right now, I would have scooched all the way back there, and you know, hold on a second. I just put some shorts on. So this is like a remote control for your feed. So what I can do is when I'm at home, I can usually just set up the camera on the desk and literally take a step back and possibly like change the feed. So say if I wanted to go back onto like the Little Britain one, all I've got to do is simply tap it on here and it will just update the feed automatically and it will send it to there. So what you should be seeing in a moment will be the Little Britain background. I'm just hoping it works. I'm looking at my iPhone at the same time because obviously there is actually a delay within the broadcasting. So it's like 15, yeah, just see it now, it's like 15-second, 20-minute delay. So I can literally go through all of what we were talking about earlier, all the different types of things that I can build on here, and it will basically update it like a remote, which is really, really good, really, really good. So it's a really, really good program. I mean, if anyone wanted to get into like streaming stuff and doing things like this, you know, I suggest using something like this as like a beginning platform to, you know, get all your stuff down. Now, this is, you don't have to pay billions and jillions of money to do things like this. It's really cool, really cheap, easy to maintain. Now, in terms of you're in Essex, you're in North London. What? Okay, okay, bitch. I'm in London until Monday morning. So try now. Let me know what you're doing. This weekend, go for a drink, or whatever. Come see you. Yeah. So the other side to the streaming thing, which is really, really good, is called multi-streaming. So that's a different site, which is on my laptop at the moment, which is here, which basically uses this program. So you put in all your coding. If you're good at coding stuff, which I'm pretty good at, you put in all your coding stuff, which would be, oh no, I can't share screen. Oh, I can share screen in a minute. I'll show you. On there, basically, you select where you're going to be streaming it to. So you've got, obviously, I've got Facebook, which most of you are probably watching it on now. And then underneath there is YouTube. So you could use that for your streaming stuff. So that's how you basically do these kind of broadcastings. Now, you can set up, come get prep with me tomorrow morning. Oh God, reading that, it just sounded funny. Where? Dean Street, 56 Dean Street. Actually, no, yes, I will come with you because then I can pick up some information booklets and stuff like that to help with the whole section that I'm going to do on HIV and beating the stigma and all of that and educating people on PrEP. So let me know which clinicage that you are going. Yep, Dean Street. Right. So if you're going Dean East, I'll come with you if I could pick up some booklets and stuff like that. And then all that, because as most people know, I will not broadcast something that is hearsay. I like to do my research first. So yes, I will come with you. That'd be good, and we can then go for a cocktail afterwards. We should do a show together. It would be fun. It'll be so fun. Right. I know this person is watching me right now. Why would you send me a Facebook message when you know I'm live? Are you expecting me to read it right now? I'm not going to expose you, but are you expecting me to read it right now? You know, you could send it to me once I finished, you know. It would have made sense to do that. But oh no, you want to send it to me now? But yeah, Bobby, I think we should do a show together. It'll be really, really good. Let's think of some topics to talk about, because that would be really, really fun. I would really, really like that. Cancel her. So yeah. I've been streaming for 48 minutes. Oh, Lewis, do you know what a good thing is, which you would actually like if you're interested in all of the streaming stuff? You get analytics. So if anyone that's good into analytics and into how things are viewed. Oh, so it's told me I've had 145 people watching this. I currently have 26 people watching incognito. I did not know that you can watch things incognito, so it will pop up or that they're well, they won't pop up that they're watching you, but they're watching you. You incognito viewers, you need to get off of that private browser and show yourself. Show yourself. I will send you all the details in a moment, Lois. I hope I'm saying your name right. Lois. You're not a girl, so it wouldn't be Lois. Lewis. Yeah. I'm gonna go there anyway because because I'm gonna actually try and go out and enjoy the day and stuff like that. But yeah, we can talk about prostitution and Dragon Ball Z. You heard it first here, people. Me and Bobby are going to have a show and talk about Dragon Ball Z and prostitution. Whew. Oh my God, my soul. Oh, you hurt my soul. Right. I'm going now, people. Love yous. Mwah. Bobby, message me. Lewis, I'll message you the details. Just message me. And Warren, I'm coming now. I'll come and speak to you in a second. Ta-ta! Now this picture's not.